I am no longer your master. I am no longer your master.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know what it's like to lose precious things.
I am no longer your master. Shogun.
Video on your show, aren't you?
The answer is no.
Master.
You sure look like a master to me.
This is Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
I know what it's like to lose precious things.
What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? It is your girl EJ back with another from live, y'all. It is. I was gonna say it's Tuesday. It's a Monday. So y'all know how we do. My girl Tamieka Zen and I, we get in here. We talk about from. Let me go ahead and bring her up. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. What's up, EJ?
Girl. This episode right here was an interesting one. I feel like we got some answers this go around. What's your vibe check?
Child, this episode had me damn stressed out. I don't know. We did get answers. We definitely got answers. People been asking this question. One of the questions, well, I don't know. I guess it's the first time season we've seen it, but I also feel like, which they warned us, you're going to get answers, but you're going to have questions too. They're stressing me the hell out. Okay, I need to know what the hell is going on. They definitely have me, they have my blood pressure going up. Okay. But I was here for it.
Girl, I completely understand because my blood pressure was up too. But yeah, we just gonna jump right on into the episode. I don't know what was going on. I missed my intro was messed up. Y'all gotta forgive me for this one because my intro was messed up. Everything was just a mess, but it's all good. All righty. So let's go ahead and get into Fatima. When we first opened up the episode, Fatima is basically on the run and she's telling Boyd what happened, right? And she's like, look, I snapped. Like, I don't know what happened. It was like I was outside of my body and all of a sudden it's like she was watching herself do some crazy stuff and boom, Tilly was gone. What were your thoughts on that particular aspect of it? Do you really feel like she snapped? Do you really feel like it's like something taking control of her?
Definitely feel like it's something taking over her, and it's not too hard to believe because we got the backstory when it came to Boyd's wife, which I think is the reason why he reacts the way he does, and Ellis feels the way he does because Mama, was out here doing some things. We had Sarah saying people, so I mean, we in Farmville, so we feel like anything could be happening, and I think that to a certain degree, even Donna may not have known that it was going to be something like this, but that was the whole point of her saying maybe we need to have her and Ellis move out. And he said he was going to bring them over to the precinct. Unfortunately, it was too late, but nobody could have foreseen that this was going to happen, but she was telling him like, oh, I be getting angry. I can't seem to control myself. We know it's something going on. We just don't know exactly what the hell it is at this point.
Yeah, that part. Absolutely. Yeah. And that brings me right into what you were just talking about, which was that it feels like Boyd feels like this may be a repeat of his wife, and that's why he's going so hard all of a sudden, because all of a sudden, Boyd, I'm not saying that Boyd wasn't family oriented, but Boyd was definitely about the group, about everybody in the town. And he had rules and he followed those rules pretty much. But recently we've been seeing like this whole decline in Boyd where he's just really on like 1,000. But at this moment, he's all about family. He's all about making sure that his family is taken care of and that he protects them. And I feel like it's because of his wife. And you kind of touched on that. Any additional thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, but some may look at this as hypocrisy because, like we know how Boyd was in the beginning and how we had to stick to these rules, and we don't really trust you the way we was, Boyd. We don't. Okay, you falling off. And I think it probably has to do with what happened, recently with even Mrs. Lou, and I'm sure it's a number of different factors, and he definitely is gonna want to protect his family at this point. Fatima is his son's wife, so she's supposed to be his family. He thought she was about to make him a damn grandfather. So, I get it. I get him looking out for her and wanting to protect her and wanting to keep her away. But it's like, is this really gonna work? Are we really gonna be able to do this without it being any consequences? No.
Yeah, no, 100% understand. Um, let's see what we got. Okay, so Tabitha, Jim, and Ethan, they all get back. Tabitha comes in and she just feels really, really annoyed by Jim. Honestly, I'm annoyed by Jim. Like, I'm annoyed with the whole situation, with everything that is going on with him because he's just doing the absolute most at this point to me. Like, wasn't it last episode where he was like he was gonna try? Or he was going to try to see what she was seeing. I can't remember his exact wording, but isn't that where we were at? And then all of a sudden we get back and we change tune. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought that's where we was at too. I'm confused. I don't know what the hell Jim is doing. Jim stay annoying us. He stay working on our damn nerves. He stay just all the time doing the damn most. I really want him to go and build something, find something constructive to damn do, and get the hell out of Tabitha face and my face at this point. Like, why, Jim? Why? But I guess it was so that we could get the conversation that we end up, getting later. But I'm tired of Jim.
Yeah, Jim is
trying to stick up for you a little bit, but I can't.
Girl, Jim could go tomorrow for all I give a darn.
But I feel like that may happen. I think that's also why we have this happening, so that he can make this sacrifice later. Okay, we'll see.
I hope he make it then, because I'm good with that. He's just so annoying most of the time. Like, he's just ugh. But we're gonna see that Jade is gonna end up meeting Henry. I was like, Henry, look, I'm not even mad at you because we definitely know that you're an alkie. But at this point, like, I don't blame you. Like, your kid and your wife went missing. Your kids and your wife went missing. You thought they was gone all this time. Then all of a sudden you find out that they weren't, right? Mm-hmm. But then you find out that they are, like, they're actually gone, but they're not gone like the way that you thought they were gone. Right. And now you have this grown son who definitely has some, he didn't get to develop the way a normal person would have developed, and he definitely has some issues. You don't know what to do, so you like, if somebody don't give me a bottle of something, I need to drink. I'm not really mad at him.
Yeah, on one hand, I'm not mad at him, but on the other hand, I was like, damn, Henry, that's what we doing. Like, he looked like he done fell asleep in there and woke right back up. And I thought he was about to leave, but then he said, nope, let me sit down and drink some more. You got something I could drink? I'm like, okay. Because Jake was like, who the hell are you? And he like, oh, yeah, okay, I forgot you around. Like,
Look, Jade be in his own world, and I think that's why I like Jade, because Jade is like, man, I don't know what's going on here, but what I do know is that we got these four numbers in here. We got to figure out what these
Mhm.
numbers are, and we got to figure out what this do and what this happens, and we got to figure out what Tabitha's being here before me. Like Jade is like, I'm gonna figure this out, like
But I
regardless.
did think for a minute that we was about to go somewhere with that, being as though Henry was sitting there and the things that his wife was telling him, and since Jade is there still trying to figure this out, I thought maybe he was gonna lend a hand and be like, "Oh, my wife used to be dreaming those numbers or something." But of course, we didn't get that. I think we got interrupted by good old Jim.
Yeah, Jim bring his trifling self in there as usual, then end up getting checked. That's what I said. I said that's what you get, because Jade
Hmm.
straight up just gave him like a good old check. I said that is exactly, you deserve all of what he has in store for you, because why are you coming in here bothering this man? Like why? Clearly your wife can make her own decisions, and that's basically what he told her.
Yeah.
In my mind, all I heard was, "Yo, chick chose me."
Mhm.
That's literally what I heard.
I think that's what it is boiling down to is Jim is jealous that she went to Jade, and Jade is actually the one that she confided in and brought there, as opposed to her coming to him. He's saying all this other stuff, but I think it boils down to that. And at the end of the day, Jade was right. If you got a problem, go talk to your wife. She's a grown ass woman. She ain't no little kid. Like, you over here staying with my wife and don't make her do things. I'm not making her do anything. She made this damn decision for herself. Like, it was all about jealousy and his insecurity and him not understanding. That's what it was about.
Exactly. What's up to everybody in the chat? Appreciate everybody coming through and talking about From. Let me know what y'all theories are. We're getting awfully close to the end of this season. And, word is that something major might happen on this last episode. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but I hear that it might be something out in these streets. So, I mean, let me know what y'all think it's going to be. But when we get to the next thing, listen, this one right here, he doing too much. Elgin in these pictures, I'm like, these pictures gonna get you in trouble, just like Sarah. Sarah got banned. Well, she pretty much got banned. She done ended back up in the house some kind of way. But they weren't messing with Sarah no more after she was hearing the voices and unaliving people. So what exactly do you think is going to, how do you think, where we go from here? I mean, we're going to talk a little bit more about what he does, but how do you think we got here? Because all he used to do was sleep on the sofa and dream about Kimono Lady. Like, that was it.
Yeah, I got mixed feelings when it comes to this. One, I have no clue where we going. Two, I don't understand why. I mean, I knew this camera was going to come into play. As soon as it came up, I had a feeling it was going to come into play, and I thought that maybe every time he took a picture, he was going to get some kind of clues, or it was going to be something else in them. Yeah, he getting something, but I was not expecting him to actually just be like doing whatever the damn camera's doing. And then again, y'all know I complained about this through the whole damn season, but I get so frustrated with us not talking to each other, like us keeping these things secrets and just running off on our own to do what the hell we feel like doing, because we think we doing the right thing by listening to whatever these damn entities is, that whatever the hell is making this happen. And 9 times out of 10, it's not for your good. It's not something you should be listening to. We never see these situations work out in a good way. So I'm just like, Elgin, I was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you, but I don't know where the hell we going with this one.
Okay, that part. Now, listen, y'all. Listen, our girl has been gone for a while, and she is back. She is in the building. What's up, Tamuchi? What up, boo? How's it going? How you been? What's up?
Hey, Moochie.
You might be on mute. No, you're
Yeah,
not
I
on
was
mute. I
on
can see.
mute.
There you go. There you
Yeah, I
go.
just
Okay.
took it off. I just was checking in because this episode was like I'm just with Fatima. Like, what is going on with that baby? And is it a baby?
Girl, that's a demon thing. I don't know what it's
That's
Mhm.
what
that's
I said. I was like, they probably just can't see the baby. It's something there, child.
I'm just
a
thinking, remember all of this time that was like immaculate conception. They were saying she
Mm-hmm.
couldn't have babies.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got her from being pregnant. Did you see the thing that happened? I'm trying not to go too far ahead with the thing with her stomach.
Oh yeah, last episode. Yeah, that
Oh,
was weird. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, that was awkward. Yeah, that one I said, ooh, all you could see was the bones and the ribs. Yeah, that was a lot.
it
What
went
was your
real big,
overall?
then it got small, then it sucked in. Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was crazy.
painful.
What's your vibe check on this episode? What'd you think about it?
They're losing their trust in Boyd, but Boyd told them not to go in that tree. I'm looking at that. Everything he's telling y'all not to do, somebody always defies him, and then it's a bad result. So now y'all want to blame him? He's been trying to be cautious from the get go. Same thing with this dude that got juked up by the people. This one at the bottom that stayed on the bus.
Randall.
I didn't feel sorry for him because it was like, yo, now you want to help, but you've been a butthead the whole time.
Yeah, I ain't got no love for Randall. But this episode, he did say one thing that actually I did agree with. He tells Julie to stay away from that place, that place doesn't help us. And every single time it feels like people come in thinking that this place is going to help them, think that there's with the people that are hearing voices, like Elgen, like Sarah, like everybody believes that this place is trying to help. But every single time it proves that it's not trying to help. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing? Why are we still consistently believing this? And I feel like it goes back to what you were saying, Tamika, like nobody's really talking to each other. So maybe we're just not getting, like
Mm-hmm.
what we're supposed, like maybe we're just not communicating so that other people, when they come in, that they know, like, no, like don't believe whatever it is, don't believe it.
So
Exactly.
okay, so let me ask y'all this question. Y'all saw the thing when um I forgot his name. The daughter was at that place where they usually chain the people up against the wall, and she saw all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What did y'all think about that when you saw Boyd in the little well like he was?
I thought it was just like Julie had been there, like
Mm-hmm.
because we all know that everybody takes on different things there. Like everybody has something different. And then some people have nothing at all. But I feel like Julie just basically either I don't know if I want to call it time travel or what. Like I don't know exactly what it is, but I just know that
I
whatever it
do
was,
feel
is
like
that
it's some type of travel and it's like different dimensions. I think, remember I said they need to be listening to Ethan because Ethan know what he's talking about, even though I don't think that she should have took him with her. Okay. And I do think Randall was right, but if she did listen to him, then we wouldn't have got what we got. So it's like kind of, a double edge. But at the same time, once she crossed over that threshold, it showed us, to me, that she had already been there, and we all wanted to know who was the one that threw the rope down to Boyd. And it's like, oh shoot, she threw the damn rope down without even knowing. Then of course her seeing herself, Randall, and I forget the other girls, and Marisol on the daggone wall chained up,
yeah.
yeah, and all of that. It was like, oh, like that was such a crazy moment. But at the same time, she's over here going into convulsions, scaring her brother half the damn death when he
Yeah.
gotta go run and get help. I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
they
I
frustrated
don't
me.
know why she took that little boy there with him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Randall didn't want to go with her at the same time, so it's like, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to go either. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I feel
Now,
like, oh, I'm sorry.
no, you feel like, wait, go ahead.
I was saying I feel like Boyd is so worried about his son's safety when he don't even want staying in the woods with her
Oh,
because he
not at
don't know
all.
Oh
what she gonna
yeah.
do.
Mm-hmm.
She might flip and we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But
Mm-hmm.
we do see that Boyd is like, look, you need to go in here, act like this, go in here and get these clothes. Don't get too many. Like they're basically building a
Mm-hmm.
plan so that he and Boyd can help Fatima, and they're not going to tell anybody what actually happened. Meanwhile, we're going to figure out that now some people have actually found Tilly, right? Like they found Tilly. And then when Boyd goes into this whole acting thing, acting like, he don't even know what's happening, I was like, okay, Boyd, you've been here way too long because you was out here lying real well at this point. You're doing a good job at this. But then we got Acosta. Like, what is Acosta doing, Tamika? What's she doing? Because she just act like she's part of the 18 right now. And I'm like, ma'am, who made you part of the 18?
Yeah, she was waiting for something to do, so it ain't shocking me that she's jumping right into this, acting like, But Boyd was letting her because right now Boyd got other things he trying to do, so he ain't even give a damn. She like, we good. He like, girl, just go ahead and talk to the people, find out what's happening. Of course, the unfortunate part is that we know that this is not the monsters that did this, so we can't have a, take out amongst us. And who's the person that we all gonna look at that already has the history, that already did the things? Of course, Sarah. And
Yup.
Boyd is like, Sarah ain't do it. He knows she ain't do it. I'm like, we gonna let her get blamed for this?
Yeah, they was ready to really go after her too.
I was
Hey,
like,
Candy.
hey, Pooh. Yeah, they was ready. That was the first person that they was thinking about because that's the only person that they know of, and I'm put that in quotation marks, that they know of that has unalived somebody, because technically Dale did hurt somebody. They just didn't die. Okay. Like, it's not like people ain't done stuff before. But Donna, I don't know how much more of this Donna can really take, y'all. To be fair, Donna feels like she's kind of like on her last little, like she's on the edge, almost like Boyd. It feels like both of the leaders are on the edge right now. Like, it's like one of those, I forgot the name of that song, but that push me to the edge. Oh, my friend. That it feels like that right now. Like, real talk. All right, y'all.
No,
So
don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
don't push me. That too. But Sarah is really trying, Moochie. Like, she is like trying to do all the voices with Jasper, and Victor say, "No, you're not doing it right." Victor lost his ish when Sarah was trying to talk to him. I try not to laugh, y'all, but it was so funny to me the way Victor went off on her. Like, you is not doing it right, Moochie. What are your thoughts on Victor's mental state and where he's at right now? Just trying to figure this out because he's trying to remember.
He's trying to remember something that happened when he was a kid. That man talking to the dummy, but we don't know if that guy was a true ventriloquist. He could have just been, you know what I mean, losing his mind like he losing his right now and talking to that dummy.
Girl, he was going off, Tamika. What did you think about Victor in this moment and how patient Sarah is being?
Yeah, this was a good team up because she tries her best to be as understanding as she can be. She was getting frustrated too. Like, I'm doing what you telling me to do. I don't know what else I could do. They playing the hell out of this part. I mean, I forget the actor name that's playing Victor, but he needs some damn awards because he definitely be killing it. He over there beating himself in the head, beating the wall. He like, listen, I need this damn dummy to freaking talk and tell me the secret. That's what's gonna save us, bitch. I ain't got time to be playing with you.
Okay, that
He was
part.
going off, but I like that she was patient with him, and she like, listen, I'm gonna have to try to figure something out and get you some damn help down here because you ain't about to drive me crazy. I got enough issues.
Okay, that part.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, she's like, no, we're not doing this. But
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna see that. Okay, Tabitha and Jim are still having their little, talk or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and he's talking about. Did you know that? Like, why do you know why the phone was off the wall? Bro, the phone don't even work. Why do we care about the phone being off the wall? Like, nobody cares about that, Jim. Stop playing. Like, that's
Because
stupid.
he had to try to make something important of his own since Tabitha, he's feeling like she's more important right now because she's chosen. So we got to tell her about how, what was their son named Thomas was calling on the phone. They said it was Thomas. They know things about us. And it's like, we don't give a damn, Jim. But,
Okay, like
even though
Jim.
even though Sarah know that they can't stand her with good reason, she was like, "Girl, I need your damn help." And Tabitha was happy to get the hell away from Jim. She was like, "Good, this give me an excuse for me to get the hell out of here."
She said, bloop, 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 time to go. Gotta go.
I'm just trying to figure out when they gonna discover that this is all orchestrated. Like when they're gonna be able to pull see who's behind the curtain working the magic.
Girl, that part. Because it definitely, well, I love the, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but okay, let's talk about Elgin for a second, because Elgin is still following these pictures. And I feel like in this moment, this is when we really, like, even though Elgin is like very soft spoken and he feels like he's very harmless, which is why I think a lot of people don't get, like, like nobody sees anything because he kind of just flies under the radar. And all he really did was sleep, if we just being keeping it real. He just slept all the time. But now he's following the pictures. He sneaks into the infirmary, gets the needles that he needs in order to get this blood, right? And he's getting this big jar of blood ready to go, right? And I mean, all of us can think logically here. We see that he's getting this big jar of blood, and we saw what happened at the end. So we can pretty much figure out that this blood is for a specific reason, right? But this was crazy to me. Like, did y'all see his face, the way he was looking? I was like, Elgin, what are we doing? Tamika?
Yeah, now I'm worried about Elgin, and I don't like him anymore. I'm starting not to like him. I just don't know what to feel about his character, because I know a lot of people was getting tired of him sitting around dreaming. They was like, when is something gonna happen with him? What was the point of him? What was the point of him? Going all crazy on the bus and saying that he didn't want us to be here. And there was even a moment when he did sneak in the infirmary that Randall was like, you know what? You was right. We should have been listening to you when you said we didn't need to be on this damn bus, or we needed to turn back. But I'm like, not you sitting here just like trying to take your own daggone blood. And then I want to know what the next picture was, because while he was doing that, another picture came up, and I don't think they showed us what the hell it was. I just was like, he about to be on a mission that's not going to be a good mission, y'all. I just don't see this ending good. I know he probably think that he doing what's best. He probably like, this going to help me to be able to get some sleep, and it's going to help me to get the hell up out of here. But it's not going to go the way he think it's going to go.
Exactly.
Do you think Fatima is safe with him?
I think that he believes that.
I think he thinks that, yeah, but I don't think she is.
I don't believe that he will personally do anything to her. Like, I don't think that's his intention, but I think that if whatever it is that is leading and guiding him tells him that he needs to do X, Y, or Z, that he wouldn't hesitate to do. Well, I feel like he'll hesitate, but I think that he'll do it because he feels like it's the greater good. Just like Sarah, she thought that she didn't want to hurt a child. Like, she didn't want to take this child and hurt him, but if that was going to get them away from this place, that was the greater good to her. Like, because everybody else would get to go. I feel like it's like a similar situation, basically.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel too.
Mooch, any thoughts on Elgin and his blood that he putting in this jar, getting ready to go?
Like, who's he using it for? That's what I want to know. What is he gonna do with it? Is it for that lady in the kimono? Like, who is she?
Well,
like, it's just so many different questions I have.
Well, my thought process more so is along the lines, if he's going to kidnap Fatima, and we know that Fatima drinks blood, it has to be for her. I mean, she's drinking blood already.
Her. So, and the fact that when Boyd went to hide her in the little cabin thing, he brought her the rotten food in a Tupperware bowl. I said, not you bringing the rotten stuff. Like, here, girl, just in case you get hungry, here's your lunch.
That was so funny to me. And she was like, I don't want to eat. I was like, boy, like, girl, you better eat this food. You
better eat this I don't want to eat it. She going to eat as soon as he walk off.
We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I had forgot that it was on down in the slides. But yeah, Jade, I mean, Jim comes in here trying to check Jade, talking about his wife and yada, yada, yada. Muchi, you didn't get a chance to talk about this one, so I'll let you talk about this one. Tamika talked about it. And then Henry's going to tell him, like, look, you need to listen. Like, that's something that I wish I had done with my wife, was listen, because his wife and Jim's wife, they are literally kind of one and the same when you think about it. They're both were people there, and they're both seeing things before it happens, and they're both, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you need to be listening to Henry with his drunk self. What you think?
I think Henry is making some sense, but it's because how they clashed in the beginning with him. That's why they don't get along. Jim and him, have a problem from day one, from when he first came here. He was like the person that was a know-it-all, and he wanted to let everybody know he was the smartest person in the room, which in fact he's still doing that. But he's making a lot of sense with stuff, with the bottles, with the numbers. He's trying to decipher something. Let the man cook. That's what I say. Let him
Yeah.
cook. And why you riding your wife like this, where she made her own decision? This was her decision.
Yeah, not to mention, but not only that, y'all, the fact that um when he says, when he tells him, what does he say exactly? I'm trying to think of what he said. God dang, it just left my brain. Oh, when he was talking to Jim was talking about how he was acting like he was the smartest person, yada yada yada. He was like, what does it matter? Like, if it gets us away from here, what does it even matter? And I was like, listen, in real world, I would be like, you hell of annoying, with that, got to be the smartest person in the room. In this world, we need somebody who is going to keep going and keep trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I don't care who figure it out. Can we please just get away from here? It was just dumb. Jim is just jealous, like Tamieka said. Like, this is all about jealousy. We beyond, we straight just jealousy. Kimono lady, she appears to Fatima, Tamieka. Like, this is the first time we've seen her appear to Fatima. We saw her in the picture with Fatima, but I honestly thought that was for his sake, for Elgen's sake. Never really thought about her appearing to Fatima before. Do you think they have a link? Do you think that there's, like, because we know that Elgen is following probably whatever she's saying at this point. That's probably where the pictures are coming from. You think she's the one pushing him to do all these things to whatever the
Yeah,
end goal is?
I do believe she's the one that's pushing him, and not for nothing. For a while, I thought that Fatima was going to turn into this daggone lady. So I don't know. I did jump when she saw her, and she jumped, came up out of nowhere. I was like, oh shoot, and I'm like, well, damn, now she's seeing her. So yeah, I just want to know where the hell this is going. Like, I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. And I just want to say about Henry, I like that he told Jim all of those things. He needed to hear it. I think he can get like a different perspective, because this is somebody that literally went through it, and they're literally both like the same damn thing. That's why I think that maybe this place, I don't know, just takes like the same people. Not necessarily the same people, but I don't know how to say it. Like, when you look at Jim and his wife, they got his father was an alcoholic. Henry's father was an alcoholic. His wife is the chosen one. His wife is the chosen one. They had a boy and a girl. They have a boy and a girl. It's like so many similarities. So I don't know if they recycling the people or what, but it's just literally a
remember
different
they had
version
more
of
children.
themselves. Yeah, well, one passed away, but I'm just like saying that, like, I see different similarities between them. And it's funny how Jim was like, well, I didn't want to be like my father, so I didn't drink. When my daughter was born, I went there and sat and just looked at the drink. But Henry like, nah, I'm drinking this hit. And he poured him the drink like, you could go ahead and renew your vows. That part made me laugh too. But I feel like if anybody can tell him, it's him, because he's literally been in his position before, whereas he may not want to hear that from anybody else.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Come on out, lady. Let's talk about this right here, y'all, because Julie take her butt right on back up here, and she's taking advice from Ethan. Like, I know Ethan, like, most of the time got more sense than most of these people here, but at the same time, Ethan be hella he be aggy sometimes, y'all. Like, sometimes Ethan just works my nerves. But yeah, she was like, should I go in? And then he's like, he starts telling her about something. I said, why come Ethan got a word for everything? Like, Ethan literally knows. He like Jade. He just be knowing stuff. And he just make up stuff. He done made up the faraway tree. Because I'm pretty sure it was Ethan who said that was a faraway tree, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, okay, we just giving stuff names now. But whatever.
He did. That when they was asking about it before, that man went in there and got stuck to the pool wall.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, so he just making up names. I can't remember what he called it, but he told her what it was, and then she walked her butt on in there. But then this is when we see her kind of get transported back in time, because this was not the future, but this was this was the past. This was when Boyd went through the faraway tree and got stuck inside of the chimney thing or walls or
Yeah, like
whatever it
the
was.
well or whatever.
And then this is when they were all hanging on the wall when they were going through their little, I'm gonna call it a conniption, when they were going through their thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
when the old man was on the wall before he disappeared, before he gave Boyd them doggone worms, right? So this
Yep.
was all in the past. And then we see that Julie is the one who drops the rope down for Boyd to be able to get up. And the man knew who he was, but not only that, she saw her mama. That was also in the past when her mom was going through the thing and the kids were saying on cooey. She tried to follow her, but they come and kind of pull her out before she's able to follow. This was a lot going on. Moochie, I'm gonna start with you. What were your thoughts about all the things?
I was like, what the heck is going on? Because you saw them against the wall. And I like, we seen all of this before. So which is did she go through a portal or something where she seeing all of this? And for her to be freaking out and having convulsions, that was like really, it was crazy.
Girl, okay. Tamika, sorry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I just was like, okay, we back with Daggone Martin again, and he over here throw the rope down, and you gotta hurry up and get out of here. They gonna be coming back. Then she hearing her mother. I just was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Like we got some different portals going on. We got time travel going on. I'm like, so she was already there, but she don't know she was there. She don't know who was even down in the Daggone well. That it was Boyd. Like. And I just want them to have a damn conversation so Boyd could be like, oh, I was in the damn well. Wait a minute. Like, I need y'all to talk to each other.
Okay, just have some conversations with each other, please.
For real.
They need a group meeting without all the fluff.
Exactly.
But at some point, Ellis and his father are going to end up kind of having a little bit of an argument because Ellis, of course, wants to go be with Fatima. Ellis was still on this whole maybe we can tell people thing. And I'm like, maybe you can't tell people. Like, these people are definitely going to throw your wife out to the wolves, bruh. Like, no, this is everybody's on a super high level of aggravation right now. Like, I feel like if they had told that, like, Fatima would be over with, period. But Donna's gonna pop in on them and she's gonna be like, and she's gonna sense that something is going on. Moochie, what are your thoughts about Donna and how she wants to tell it? Like, she don't want to keep no secret.
Donna wants to tell it, but I think if she does that, everybody gonna stop messing with Boyd.
Yeah. That is true.
Because he's already losing, like, but since this cop came, she's causing a lot of division too. She's getting on my damn nerve, that girl. You don't even know the half that's going on in this place, and you wanna take charge because you really got a badge. Get out of here.
Listen, Acosta say, look, she the real popo up in this thing. Tamika, thoughts on Donna and her wanting to, reveal this? Like, she's just like, we got to tell people.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, and we knew that it was going to be a divide and that more than likely Boyd was going to lose whatever little power he had. We was talking about that, like, I think 2 weeks back. Because this ain't going to work. Like, on the one hand, Ellis, like, let's tell the truth. Let's tell everybody. They going to understand. Even Boyd is talking about, oh, well, they understood with Sarah. And it's like, did they? They really didn't. They just kind of had to deal with it. But we're not in the same place now that we was then. And then with Fatima being missing, what was going to be your excuse as to where she went and why she was all of a sudden missing? You know what I mean? Like, and we just was going to let this rock and let Sarah be blamed for it, even though you continuously keep saying it's not Sarah, and you and Donna gonna go talk to her later about it. But it's like, well, why are you so sure it's not Sarah? And Acosta, even with that part, once she found out about Sarah, it was like, oh, why didn't you tell me? And you mean to tell me that she did something with your dad? You're like, we already know. She wasn't about to let this go. She was about to be damn annoying. And when she found out about Fatima, she going to be even more annoying. So y'all might as well just get ready for it now. I'm like, I just don't know how this plan was a good plan. I get why Boyd was trying to do it this way, but I don't know how he thought he was going to work it out. And then the fact that he thought that Fatima was just going to stay there and he was going to keep Ellis separate. Damn well Ellis was going to want to go and be with her. And of course, what's the one thing he bring up and use? His mama. If you could have did something for mom, wouldn't you have done it? So yeah, I just don't
Yeah,
know.
And
she gonna
notice
keep
that boy
tugging on
didn't
his
answer that question.
heartstrings.
Yeah.
He didn't even answer the question, but it was, it was said. You knew what it was. You knew what the answer was. So, okay, y'all. So we got to talk about this whole situation right here. So Boyd, actually, not Boyd. Victor, Tabitha comes over. She's always able to console Victor and get him to calm down and stuff like that. So this is basically what she does. She gets him to calm down and she gets him to kind of think about it. And Sarah actually helps too. Like Sarah helps too because Sarah's like, how was the weather? Yada yada yada. Like so they're trying to get him to calm down. And then he goes on to tell the story about what he heard. And he realizes that he didn't even actually, it wasn't Jasper. It was that doggone boy in white, y'all, which we should have known was going to come back, right? The boy in white was the one that was talking to Christopher, right? But why is the boy in white trusting Christopher was like one of my biggest questions. As soon as he said that, I was like, why does he trust Christopher? Why is he coming to Christopher? Why is he specifically coming to him? But as the story goes on, he says that he's telling him like that the people there that were supposed to love and trust, that the people that the kids were supposed to love and trust, he said it all goes back to the children. It goes back to the beginning. It started with the children. They were the people that were supposed to love and trust them. They basically did something to them. They basically murdered them, y'all. Like they unalived them. He said they were born in the dark. They were murdered in the dark. But someone that they loved told them a story and it gave them hope. So when they told them the story and they were laying there, they poured all of the hope into the roots, which ended up creating the symbols, which then created the roots for the trees, which is where we get these faraway trees from, right? And I was like, man, this story. What are we doing? Tamika, what were your thoughts on this story?
Yeah, we was finally getting somewhere, I guess. It's funny because we know that Victor and his memory is not really reliable. Poor thing, half the things he can't remember, and it's frustrating for him. Usually these objects or whatever different things kind of trigger it and bring it back. I just knew, child, that Jasper was down there talking. Okay. But it's like, oh no, it wasn't even him. It's, the boy in white. And pretty much, I mean, it's kind of a little bit similar to what he said to Tabitha, but not as in much detail. And it's kind of like now we're finding out in order for us to figure this out, we have to start at the beginning. Or was it go back to the end? Go from the end to the beginning? Something, yeah, something along the
Go back to
lines.
the beginning.
Go back to the beginning and finding out the history of all of this and the fact that Christopher didn't want to do it. He turned it down. So then Victor went and told his mother, which I'm assuming make him feel even more guilty because then his mother went to try to save the kids. And of course, we know what happened to his mama. So, it's like he had blacked all of that part out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was deep. Yeah.
It was a lot. Muchi, what were your thoughts on the revelation about the children in this town being murdered? Because it's always been my belief that something horrible happened in this town for a reason, that something horrible happened and that the people there are being punished or either they're stuck. Like, I don't know if it's punishment or stuck. But now after hearing this story, of course I'm going to go with punishment because I feel like this is their punishment for what they did to these children. And that's why they're still here. And that's why this town was created or whatnot. I'm pretty sure there's some more to the story, but I just always felt like this looked like a town of people. You got the milkman, the mailman, the cheerleaders. Like it looked like a bunch of people stuck in a town. So what happened? What was your thoughts about the kids though?
I think they did do something mean to those kids because because the way they come to I can't think of her name right now. I hate when I don't know names.
Tabitha?
Yeah, the way they come to Tabitha, it seems like they come to Tabitha for help. They won't hurt her, but they are coming to her for help.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I want to know more about the kids though.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get some more answers
Yeah,
as we
'cause
kind of
I
move on.
also feel like some of those monsters, that we see, nightmare monster, whatever the hell they are, um, is probably people that stuck there because they probably the people that tried to do this to these kids and thought that it was gonna go one way and then it went another way and your ass ended up being a damn monster stuck in damn Farmville for you doing damn evil things. Like how the hell you thought you was about to get something good out of that? But we know that that's what people be doing, and I feel like that's the same mistakes that the current people are making.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, last but not least, there's no turning back now for Elgin. He's officially a kidnapper, y'all. He tells Fatima something very important though. He tells her that he's doing this because he doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to hurt her, but it's necessary because the baby needs to be born in a safe place, right? And she's like, "Baby, there's no baby. Like there is no baby." Even though we know that she don't 100% believe that because she feels like there is something inside of her, right? But at this moment, I'll be saying the same thing. Ain't no baby. We confirm that. But he's like, no, it is a baby. It just doesn't belong to you. And I was like, this ain't no baby. I said, this is some kind of demon thing. And you right, it don't belong to her because it's a demon child inside of there.
Yeah, so is it the kimono lady baby? Like who the hell baby is it? I don't know, child. And this is really some weird shit. And I was wondering because I'm like, how the hell Elgin get there that fast? How he knew that she was there, And then we see him, Boyd and Ellis walking at the same time, and him planning on going here to stay with her and what they got to do. And I was like, when they get there, they're gonna be going right. They don't even know nothing about this because, of course, the way he presented it was as if Elgin is waiting for her and he know about it. And I was like, Lord, don't tell me that Elgin done turning evil now. Like, what the hell is going on? Oh, God. And he really just going to keep this all to himself. He ain't going to tell nobody about it.
Girl. Doing the most. That's how it goes down in Fromville. So we did get some answers, but I do feel like we got a lot more questions as we kind of wrapped up episode 8. I feel like as we're going into episodes 9 and 10, I feel like episode 9 is going to be another set of maybe a few more revelations. Definitely going to be interesting, I'm sure. I saw a little bit of the preview of it. So I'm kind of excited to see that one. And then episode 10. I mean, we only got 2 more episodes, y'all. It feels like it's going now. Because at first, by the time we got to episode 5, it's like it's going really slow. Like it feels like it was, like it was just. But I feel like it's great pacing as far as the show is concerned. I just feel like most series feel like they go by just like that. This one felt like we were really, because we wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of it, but now we're kind of here, y'all. So it is what it is. If you're watching this on the replay, guys, make sure to drop down in the chat and let us know what you think about Elgin. Do y'all think Elgin is really the op? Is he really the bad guy? Is he just oblivious to what he's doing? What do y'all think he's gonna do with Fatima? Is he gonna make Fatima drink that doggone blood? Like, he had a whole jar of it. But ladies, final thoughts or predictions on this on From Moochie?
I want to see how far they're gonna go with this because I'm still trying to understand like the whole thing with the town and why she didn't talk to nobody, but I forgot his name, his father. It's like she didn't start talking until she got in that ambulance and she walked past people. I just didn't understand why she did. I thought she made a bad move by doing what she did with that.
Yeah.
But I do want to see where this goes. I want to see if there's really a baby or is she a vampire? Because that was the word on the street that she's a vampire.
You never know what it could be. Tamieka, what are your final thoughts and any predictions?
I don't really have no predictions. I'm just along for the ride. I've been enjoying the show, even though I'll be like, what the hell is going on? And I do want some answers, and I know with more answers is going to come more questions, but I'm just curious to see how they're going to break it down, how much of it they're going to give to us. I know they're going to leave us hanging with something. Hopefully, I think I saw a piece like with Tabitha and Julie going somewhere together. So maybe she at least gonna tell her mama what the hell her experience was, and maybe her and her mama gonna have some kind of bonding moment, and they gonna find out a little bit more. But I don't know what we gonna do with Fatima. I think everybody gonna be searching for her. They gonna be saying she missing, and Elgin just gonna be looking like do 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 do. Okay, nothing to see here.
Okay.
Meanwhile, he got her hid away in the damn freaking basement.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to know how it's all gonna ends out. I'm curious. I'm excited, and I'm just I've been liking it. I ain't got no complaints with it. I know some people do, but I'm okay with it. I'm just like, all right, let's see what y'all gonna show us from Bill.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, ladies, what do y'all got going on the channel? Moochie, let's start with you. I know you just getting back, so I know you kind of just getting back into the groove of things, but what do you have planned so far?
I know I've been putting it off. This is like the third day, right, Tamieka? Well, we're gonna be doing Aaron Hernandez tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow will be episodes 8 and 9. And of course on Thursday we'll be doing the finale of Aaron Hernandez. So keep your notifications on and tune in, y'all. And thank you for your support.
Okay, that's what's up. Tamika, I see you've been getting busy, girl. I was over there looking at your sweet pea reviews.
Oh yeah, Sweet Pea is a hot mess, and that only got 6 episodes. I didn't even realize it. So it's one more that went by really fast. I hope it gets renewed for a season 2. If y'all not watching that, check it out. Quite interesting. But yeah, I'll do that one, and then of course, Sisters Child. I'll be with Candy Love for the live first reaction right after the episode goes off, and then of course I'll do my own review, and I'll do Love at the Lockup, and I joined EJ From and Found, another good show that y'all should be checking out. Okay. And then,
Yes,
it'll be maybe
absolutely.
a couple other little movies that I want to talk about. I don't know when. So just keep your notifications on. Stay tuned.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up, my sweet perspective, Ashley? Hey, boo, guys. If you're
Hey,
not
Ashley.
subscribed to Ashley, make sure y'all are subscribed to Ashley. But yeah, so as far as I am concerned, I just uploaded my From video. So definitely check that out. I'll be uploading some more stuff. All the Queen's Men is coming back November the 28th. So y'all already know I'm actually going to be doing a couple of different lives on that one. Of course, I'm going to have Virtual Club Eden, but I'm also going to do a live after show. And I'm going to have some guests on that one as well. And then I'm going to do some more family business stuff. I'm thinking about Sundays, maybe doing like a family business Sunday, but that one is still kind of in the works right now. But people did request a book club come back to the live show. So I'm going to try to get that one in as well. So I'm working on that with Letitia and Candy and some of the other ladies who are reading the book with me. So we're going to try to get that together. And then, of course, I'm going to be hanging out with Ashley and Struggle Reviews and Slice of Horror. And I'll just show you guys what all we got going on as we go ahead and get up out of here. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.